In a small town nestled between rolling hills and shimmering lakes, there lived a woman named Clara. From the outside, her life appeared picture-perfect. She had a steady job, a cozy home, and a circle of friends who adored her. Yet, beneath the surface, Clara was embroiled in a battle that many fight in silence, the struggle for self-acceptance. For years, she had been her harshest critic, a relentless voice in her head that echoed her insecurities and failures. It whispered that she was not enough, never smart enough, never pretty enough, never deserving of happiness. Every day, Clara would wake up and put on a mask of confidence, greeting the world with a smile that belied her inner turmoil. She would scroll through social media, comparing her life to the seemingly perfect lives of others, feeling her heart sink deeper with every image of success and beauty. The more she compared herself to others, the more she felt like an outsider in her own existence. The weight of self-doubt hung heavily on her shoulders, stifling her spirit and dimming her dreams. One crisp autumn morning, while walking through the town's park, Clara stumbled upon a small gathering. A woman with a warm smile was speaking to a group of people seated on blankets, sharing stories of personal growth and transformation. Intrigued, Clara edged closer, her heart resonating with the themes of resilience and self-discovery. The woman spoke passionately about the power of self-love, emphasizing that it was not just a trendy phrase, but a fundamental pillar of personal growth. Clara listened intently, her mind racing with thoughts of how she had neglected this essential aspect of herself. That day marked a turning point for Clara. Inspired by the woman's words, she decided to embark on a journey to cultivate self-love. It was not an easy path. The road was fraught with challenges and moments of doubt. Clara began by keeping a journal, pouring her thoughts onto the pages with raw honesty. She wrote about her fears, her dreams, and the moments when she felt unworthy. As she wrote, she began to confront the negative beliefs that had long held her captive. Each entry became a small act of defiance against the voice that told her she was not enough. Clara also started practicing mindfulness. Every morning, she would sit in silence, focusing on her breath and allowing herself to simply be. In those moments of stillness, she began to appreciate the beauty of her existence, the gentle breeze on her skin, the warmth of the sun, the sound of laughter from children playing nearby. Slowly, she learned to celebrate the small victories, acknowledging her efforts and progress without judgment. The more she practiced mindfulness, the more she realized that self-love was not about arrogance or self-indulgence. It was about recognizing her worth and embracing her imperfections. As weeks turned into months, Clara's perspective began to shift. She started to let go of the need for external validation, understanding that her worth was not defined by her accomplishments or the opinions of others. She began to surround herself with positivity, distancing herself from toxic relationships and engaging with those who uplifted her spirit. With each passing day, she felt lighter, as if the burdens of self-doubt were slowly lifting. One evening, while attending a gathering with friends, Clara found herself in a conversation about dreams and aspirations. As her friends shared their ambitions, Clara felt a familiar twinge of insecurity. But instead of retreating into silence, she spoke up, sharing her own dreams of becoming a writer, a passion she had long suppressed due to fear of judgment. The moment she uttered those words, a wave of empowerment washed over her. Her friends responded with encouragement, and for the first time, Clara felt seen and supported. It was a revelation that her dreams were valid, worthy of pursuit. With newfound courage, Clara began to write again. She poured her heart into stories, weaving tales of resilience and hope. Each word she wrote became an act of self-love, a testament to her growth. As she shared her work with others, she received feedback that was overwhelmingly positive. The validation she once craved from the outside world transformed into a deep sense of fulfillment from within. She realized that her journey was not just about her own growth. It was about inspiring others to embrace their uniqueness and pursue their passions. As Clara continued to nurture her self-love, she encountered challenges that tested her resolve. There were days when old insecurities crept back in, whispering doubts that threatened to undermine her progress. But with each setback, she learned to respond with compassion rather than criticism. she reminded herself that growth was not linear, and it was okay to stumble along the way. Each challenge became an opportunity for reflection and deeper understanding of herself. Over time, Clara became a beacon of positivity. Into her community, she organized writing workshops, encouraging others to find their voices and share their stories. She spoke openly about her journey, emphasizing the importance of self-love and personal growth. Her vulnerability resonated with many, and she found herself surrounded by a supportive network of individuals who were also on their paths of self-discovery. Through her experiences, Clara learned that self-love was not a destination, but a continuous journey. It was about embracing the entirety of who she was, the flaws, the strengths, the dreams, and the fears. As she grew in her self-acceptance, she found that her relationships deepened, her creativity flourished, and her aspirations expanded. She no longer measured her worth against others, but celebrated her unique journey and the lessons it brought. Years later, as she sat in her favorite cafe, sipping tea and watching the world go by, Clara reflected on the transformation she had undergone. The once timid woman, who had hidden behind a mask of insecurity, had blossomed into a confident, empowered individual. She understood now that the power of self-love was not just about feeling good. It was about embracing the fullness of life with all its complexities and uncertainties. It was about recognizing that true growth stemmed from within, fueled by the unwavering belief that she was enough, just as she was. And in that acceptance, she found the freedom to soar.